Hello all, welcome to the video. We're going to cover today large cap mutual funds to be considered for investment in 2024. Before we go on to the video, please consider the disclaimer. This video is only for educational purpose. Investment in mutual funds and stock market are subject to market risk. Please do your own research before making any investment. Do consult your financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Large cap mutual funds in India invest in established, well-known companies that are typically among the top 100 companies by market capitalization on Indian stock exchanges. These funds offer relatively lower risk compared to mid-cap and small-cap fund, but also potentially lower returns. When we track the large cap mutual funds, we always benchmark their returns to the Nifty 50 or the Sensex, which are the most popular indices in Indian stock market. These indices are home to some of the largest companies in India. The companies which are traded in these indices are highly liquid and they include stocks from various sectors, providing a level of diversification. This slide is showing the comparison of returns of Sensex when compared to Nifty over a long period of time. Sensex has outperformed Nifty 50 slightly in the long run. The approximate return of Sensex is 291% when compared to Nifty, which is at 288.5%. So here we are comparing the top 5 large cap mutual funds against the benchmark, which is S&P BSE 100. The only two funds, ICICI Pru Blue Chip Fund and HDFC Top 100 Fund, has outperformed the benchmark in all categories of 1 year return, 3 year return, 5 year return, 7 year return, and 10 year return. If you see here, the average category return for 1 year has been 26.84. Only ICICI Pru Blue Chip and HDFC Top 100 has outperformed it. Similarly, if you see for the period 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, and 10 years respectively, we have seen an outperformance in this period only for ICICI Pru Blue Chip and Top 100 funds. Funds like SBI Blue Chip funds have outperformed the 5 year return and 10 year return, whereas Mirae Asset Large Cap Fund has only outperformed in the 10 year period. Axis Blue Chip has outperformed in a 7 year period. Here is a chart comparing the HDFC Top 100 fund performance when compared to S&P BSE 100 TRI for a period of 3 years. If you see, typically there is a big difference in terms of returns on the HDFC Top 100, which is more than 75% of return when compared to the BSE 100, which is close to 55% return over the 3 year period. HDFC Top 100 Fund, it typically invests in large cap stocks with allocation of 94.06%, which is very high when compared to the category average of 82.42. The exposure to mid cap is at 3.43, which is also significantly lower when compared to category average of 7.56. It has very small exposure to small cap at 0.34 when compared to 1.087 as the category average. The sectors in which the HDFC Top 100 Fund invests primarily in the private banking space with 28.6%, IT with 9.67%, crude oil with 7.44%, FMCG non-goods with 6.54%, energy and capital goods at 6.43%. If we have to compare the risk reward ratio, the Sharpe ratio of the fund is at 1.68, which is far better than the BSE 100 at 1.38 and better than the equity large cap in general at 1.37. The alpha it generates is 5.21 and the portfolio turnover ratio is 17.55%. The number of stock it holds currently is 48 stocks, when compared to typical 44 stocks in any on an average in the large cap fund. The fund is being managed by Rahul Baijal since July 31, 2022. In this slide, we are comparing the performance of ICICI Blue Chip Fund with the benchmark S&P BSE 100 TRI over a 3-year period. We can clearly see an outperformance of this fund with respect to the benchmark. ICICI Pru Blue Chip Fund has an exposure of 82.59% to large cap, 7.94% to mid cap, 0.87 to small cap. It also has cash and others at 8.61, which is on the higher side. It also invests most of its fund in private banks with an exposure of 18.05%, crude oil at 10.31, IT at 9.42, engineering and cap good at 7.74, auto four-wheelers at 5.03. This fund has a Sharpe ratio of 1.8, an alpha of 5.48. The portfolio turnover ratio is 26%. The number of stocks it holds is 68. The fund is being managed by Vaibhav Dusad and Anish since 2018. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you would have got a fair bit of idea of how different large cap mutual funds are performing in the past 5 years, 7-year, 10-year period, and will help you make a decision. Please do like, subscribe, share and comment to encourage us to make more such videos.